milk is kind of bland in a way. It's kind of a bland, generic thing. And to look at all the different things you can make out of it is amazing. And each one of those things is a certain way because of cultures, because of tradition, but also because of practicalities. This whole thing basically started with a conversation on Twitter. Somebody else piped up, you talk about cheese so much, you should start a cheese club. And the only person who turned up was Vicky. And we sat down and went, okay, this is now a cheese club. Almost everything about the cheese club from then on just happened kind of organically. And so for a couple of years, that's what we did, just every month at the Adelphi, and it just built up from there. The kind of people who come along to Homage to Fromage events in general are quite hard to sort of pigeonhole, and that I think is really good. We have a particular group of very regular attendees at the Leeds Club who are basically, they have a subgroup on Facebook called the Blackest Cheese, and I think you could classify them as goths. So they're kind of cheese goths. We get a real variety of a real cross-section of cheese lunatics coming to our events. We thought we were quite obsessed with cheese until we met some of the people who come along to our cheese club. The guy we buy a lot of our cheese from, we got him to come and talk about what he does. And he said, look, I'll come along and do a chat and talk to people, but he said, shall I bring some big cheeses with me? I went, yeah, bring some big cheeses, it'll be good to look at. Brought a massive Gouda, like a 75 kilo Gouda with him. And while people were filing in and I was checking their names off, as I do, I noticed a queue forming. And I thought, why are they queuing up? We haven't started yet. And there was people queuing up to have their photograph taken with the cheese. That's how obsessed with cheese they are. And because it's very informal, so everybody sits together and share tables and talk about cheese. And so we've actually, some people have formed firm friendships at our things as well. I've described it, if a typical cheese and wine evening is opera, what we do is more rock and roll. It would be amazing to have a great cheese club in every city in the world, to have a massive one in Beijing, because they don't eat cheese much in China, and I'd like to be the person who brings it to Beijing and makes it a thing. I think cheese is like I say, it's kind of a democratic food. It's a waste product that's kind of just grown organically out of necessity, and I think people need to enjoy it for itself.